Dr. Vikram Singh, I want to come to you with my first question. We just heard right now from the Coimbatore Commissioner, and he was touching on a very, very important point. He was talking about some of the efforts police officials have made locally to engage youths in different manners. So he talked, for example, about the opening of sports facilities. He also talked about how they've employed preachers who might interpret texts in more liberal manners for youths, for individuals who still look towards those texts for guidance. Doctor, I want to come to you and ask you this question that I know viewers who are tuning in from across the country might have. To the question of why these groups, these movements emerged in the first place. Because we know this is a story that actually goes back decades. And we're focusing right now on a few southern states. We're talking about Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and to some degree Telangana. Why do you think these states in particular over the last few decades saw this growth?
Great question, and I would compliment the Telangana police and the Coimbatore police for what they are doing. This is one cancer that has afflicted us, and not only us, but the entire world. It is slow, like slow poison, impacts us with imperceptibly and impacts the juniors, the youngsters, and those entering the teens and the mid-teens primarily, and those who are out of the teens secondarily. Now, the social media and other platforms, there are certain platforms, I would not like to name them, because they are their favorites for encrypted communication, and radicalization happens too. I would name two outfits in India, which are the primary breeding grounds for the potential candidates who would like to join the ISIS. PFI for one, and Tablighi Jamaat also. They have been the favorite recruiting grounds, and what they said is also, all of us who are evening walkers, when they go to the parks, they find youngsters doing exercise, nothing wrong with that. But yes, doing some kind of suspicious activity, that is where the problem arises. The communication on the encrypted platforms, those on the social media, like Instagram, the Twitter, and also the Facebook also needs to be monitored. There are artificial intelligence tools that can, but that has to be taken to a different level. Of course, what Coimbatore police has done and what they're doing is very appreciable, but they have to take technology to a different level using big data analytics, artificial intelligence, and other tools to identify the suspicious movement. There is also certain tools which can be very helpful and which are being used by Singapore and other advanced countries, which we are also using. Radicalization is not a problem in India alone. England, Singapore, Germany, USA, Canada, you name it. And yes, there are the best international best practices that we need to bring in and implement them as early as possible. Because this is one cancer that is given the alarm bells. I would strongly recommend to those who want to go into greater details, the book by Jessica Stern, an international expert on terrorism and ISIS. She has come out with a masterpiece, and that would be a ready reckoner for all police officers and all those who are interested in the control strategies.